Hi, thanks for tuning in. If you're listening to that from work, let's dive in. Because today I mark the first settlement paid to someone for a second on smoking in UK. Veronica Blunt was a sort of pioneer in the British legal scene. She was working for Stockport Council in 1979. She used to work in Smokefield Place prior to this and was hoping that this new gig would change the situation. Unfortunately, it was far from be the case. She was surrounded by three women smoking between 15 and 20 cigarettes each daily, and they were probably synchronized each to always have a death sync in their hand, so that when one will finish, the other will quickly start. Pretty sure that was the situation. Prior to this, she was working in a school meal section and was around seven workers who constantly smoked. She guessed that she involuntarily inhaled 150 cigarettes each day. So basically, her life was like a fog, living in a constant fog, I guess. Not feeling like getting a gas mask in the office, she raised the complaint to her manager. She did not speak to her co-worker directly because that's all British rule. But and you can probably guess that they would not have changed their attitude and probably would have just let another one to relieve from the first maid over the smoker right. Her manager refused to change her desk in a more breathable part. As time passed, she became unsurprisingly sick and she got chronic bronchitis and had to undergo an operation to remove blockage in her sinus. She had more tar in them than the sea after a shell disaster, I can imagine. She went back at work and 1 week after got as bad as before. So the operation was for nothing basically. And she said, I joined the council in the hope that I would be working in a non-smoking environment, but I soon become ill, suffering from sneezing, coughing, streaming eyes, and then bronchitis. My GP referred me to all kind of consultants, and I eventually needed an operation. Before I was ill, I was fairly active. I had a beautiful soprano voice and used to sing through the X day through the day. She never made it to X Factor though. I still sing, but not to the same quality. So she took the whole nasty issue to an higher authority and contacted NALCO, which was their union, and they put together litigation in their health and safety legislation, which had a requirement for employer to provide a worker with valid ventilation. She got 15,000 quid out of court settlement. It was not a judicial decision, so it did not have for effect to implement new law, but inspired other people to go in their own closet for fresh air at work. It will not be until 2007 that effective legislation will be passed to ban smoking in nearly all enclosed workplace and public space, and it was a better time since then. Let me know what you think about smoking. Put thumb up, light a cigarette, or don't. Take some chewing gum if you want, and I'll see you next time for another video, historical video.